All right, let's get straight to it. So for this video, I want to go over Osiris, one of the most recognized gods ever. Still to this day, being worshipped and praised worldwide in the Wiccan culture and some are everywhere. As you see, he is known as the god of the underworld, right? He's also known as the savior of the world. He was born of a virgin. He was baptized, cleansed of his sins, healed the sick, and pretty much known as the shepherd of men, king of kings, lord of lords, right? He's always depicted with the X, arms crossed over the chest with the X symbol, right? So this is where you get the Wakanda pose from. All right. You got to understand, when they make these movies, they know exactly what they're doing. It's all about witchcraft and casting spells globally, right? This is where you get X-Men from. All right. That's what the X is for. Osiris' color is all black, since he is the god of the underworld, right? He's the god of death and rebirth. Okay? You have to understand that the dying and rising sun god story has been around for thousands of years. It goes all the way back to Mesopotamia, and then it goes to Egyptian mythology, Egyptian culture, and so on and so on, all right? From the Persians to the Chinese, Japanese, the Mayans, the Incas, the Aztecs, the Greeks, the Romans. You name it, it's there. Hindu, Buddhism, it's a worldwide thing, right? Here we have Mr. Chadwick Boseman, the original Black Panther. As you see, he's doing the pose. What you got to understand is the movie Black Panther wasn't about American blacks. It was based on ancient Kemet. All right. He was Osiris. And as you see, just like his movie counterpart in real life, he went to the underworld. He died. And after that, his sister Shuri took over the mantle. All you got to do is pay attention to the movie, and they're showing you that they get their powers from the cat goddess Bastet. All right. Even, matter of fact, thinking about it with this picture, even the Oscar trophy or award in the back, that comes from Osiris and ancient Egypt. All of this stuff is intertwined and connected. Still to this day, the world is following Egyptian customs and cultures, right? I saw this picture a couple weeks back with the new Madden 2027. I forgot who this guy was, but he's a quarterback for the Browns. No, that's for the Bears, right? But as you see, he's on the cover and he's doing the Osiris pose. What does that mean? That means they have something in store for this guy Wouldn't surprise me if he win a Super Bowl, right? Here we have Malcolm X. What do you think the X was for on the end of his name? And every time you look him up, he's mostly depicted doing this pose with the one finger pointing to the eye. That is a Masonic gesture, all right? You have to understand that they speak in codes. Here we have Skull and Bones, Order 322, Yale, elite fraternity. This is where all your presidents, your senators come from, all right? They're not elected, they are selected. They go through the curriculums, the crafts, the mystery school system. By the time we see them, they have been media trained, prepped, and prepared, all right? I remember back in the days hearing about Planet X all the time. Nibiru, the dark sun, duality, right? All of this stuff operates according to Egyptian, Mesopotamian customs, still to this day. I had thought about the 3,000-year reign affiliated with Osiris, and it made me think about Andre 3000. Where do you think he gets the name from? You got to understand that these celebrities, even their names are to symbolize pagan gods. Ice Cube, that's talking about Saturn, all right, the planet Saturn. Ice-T, Andre 3000, Big Boy, which is an allusion to Cupid. Sexy Red, that's for Isis. Get it? They're all in the craft. Right here, I want to talk about water baptism. All right. That was done in Egyptian culture. That's not new. Water baptism has been around for thousands of years. It predates Christianity. Anubis, the story is Anubis baptized Osiris. And to be a follower of the cult of Osiris, you had to get water baptized. Here we have Lion King. It's so funny with Lion King because Mufasa was Osiris. It was just basically a retelling of the ancient Kemet story of Horus, who was Simba, Osiris, who was Mufasa, and Set or Self, who was Scar. If you look at a movie called Gods of Egypt, it's going to have the same motif as the Lion King, all right? To where the king was slayed by his brother, known as Self or Set. The son went off into exile, all right? Horus. He comes back and challenges his uncle, dethrones him, and becomes the new king. That is a Egyptian tale. So you have to understand how the elite and how the occult work. All right. Osiris is known as the god of the afterlife, fertility, resurrection. He's the blueprint for death and rebirth. All right. So when I preach about how Jesus is just Dionysus or a copy of Osiris or Horus, it's all the same thing. A dying and rising sun god born of a virgin, all right, known as the savior of the world. This is a practice that has been going on for eons. There's nothing new under the sun. All right, well, stay tuned. I have plenty more videos coming covering various topics. Take care.